Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black Power. So this time, family, just lighting up my, where is it? Pine cone and my incense. So anyway, I'm finally live. I'm live. And yes, peace and Black Power. We're going to talk about some things like time and the reinvention or the invention of self, your highest self. Hey, sis. Hi, Ethereal Jewel. Peace and Black Power says, you know what? I usually don't do these streams live. I'll like do them, excuse me. I like these. Shout out to Sonetter. You know you like these too. Shout out to the family. Shout out to HOK. Peace and Black Power. Peace, Moo. Yeah. So the title is, oh, excuse me. I didn't do, this is just, don't make excuses for yourself, Napah. Just be you. See how I stop myself? We're going to talk about being your best self, Peace Rapture Council. And I decided to add this into my Al-KHEM-y series. So this is part 4. And the reason I did is because when you think of like inventing yourself, your highest, best self, that's an alchemical process, right? So like you're you. When I'm talking about your adult self, not, I'm all over the place. It's so exciting. No, actually your best self from your adulthood, right? Let me say peace to everybody, that the family. Peace, Amir Tyler, positive energy. I'm very good this evening, Rapture Council. And Jason Hunter Sr., Tornado Whip. Yes, you know what? Since everybody's just coming in, let me see. Y'all know how I am about the technology, but I usually get it under control after like the first 15, 20 minutes. No, let me just look on YouTube and see what's going on. Because I'm on my phone, because my Wi-Fi connection is so like, it's not doing it. It's like, no, you're not going live. And if you do go live, people will not be able to see you. And if they can't see you, it'll look like you're transmitting from the moon. So just going to go into YouTube really quickly. And I'm going to look from YouTube how this looks. So how's everyone? We're doing well, right? Great evening. Oh, this ain't that network. Read Chief Fort. Okay, I'm ready. Who's Chief Fort? Free Chief Larry Hoover. Okay, well, I look at YouTube. Go into YouTube, you tell me who those people are, because I don't know. I probably should know, but I don't. Give me 1 second too. I'm back. Okay. What I miss? Positive energy. Oh, you wrote a song. That's awesome. Okay, I will. Yasher Israel. Peace, family. So I'm going to go to my channel. And I'm going to take a look at, oh, here it is. I see it. I see it. Now I see it. So I'm going to go to my, okay. And I can see you guys in the chat. Let me just see what I can see. Just want to see what it looks like. Ooh. Oh, no. Hell no. I don't like the way it looks. But whatever. Channel. Oh my God. Oh, here it is. I see it. I see it. Now I see it. I'm going to go. Okay. And I can see you guys in the chat. Let me just see. I know I look tired, but hey, that's life. No filter. Oh, 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 oh. You know what? I said hell no, but whatever. Whatever. So, looking at myself right now. Oh, here it is. I see it. Oh my Lord, my eyes. I was doing earlier. I was doing a smoky eye, and that was just like a tired eye. So, anyway, who cares? I mean, I care, but I don't care. I know I look tired, but hey, that's life. No filter. Oh, oh, oh. Look at them. You know what? I said hell no, but whatever. God. Oh Lord, my eyes. I was doing earlier. I was doing a smoky eye, and that was just like a tired eye. So anyway, who cares? I mean, I care, but I don't care. That's enough of me. All right, so Jason Hunter, Matthew Gathers. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's an echo because I was checking out what my channel looks like. So back to what we're talking about. I got into my little superficial self. This series about alchemy is about the invention of taking something that is one totally different thing and turning it into something that's precious and valuable, and about everlasting life and the immortality of self. That's what alchemy is about, which alchemy was a science. Thank you, Yashir Israel. So alchemy is still a science, but you know, you have so many people that think they know everything. That sounded like a diss, because it was. There have so many people that say, you know, oh, well, science, and, you know, the Y man, wink, wink, he said this and this, and can you prove it? And so, all of that. But Brandon Curry Williams, thank you. Thank you. I am very tired. But I said I'm going to go live because I haven't gone live for a minute, at least for a few days. So let's talk about our best selves. Our best selves. Like I said, I usually don't do these live. I'll just be like, I'll make it quiet. Peace just acting. I'll make it private, and then I'll just brainstorm and get everything out. But I wanted to go live. And so the invention of self. Isn't that what we're all doing? Is we're inventing ourselves? And you know, as a child, you say, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to be this? Do you want to be that? In a sense, you're inventing yourself. You're inventing what you have a thought. Thank you, positive energy. You have a thought about something. You have a vision of who you are. Visualization is a big part of the alchemy process. Why is it a part of the alchemical process? Because you have to, thought is everything. I know this sounds cliche, just roll with it because it's real. Thought manifests into reality. That's what I talk about when I say in the other streams and other times, I'll say the crystal seat of the mind. You know, I talked about having an altar to your higher power in your mind. So what you do is when you want to invent your, when you say invention of self, like the title says, invention of self, you're inventing your best person. You know, in a lot of philosophy, there is this idea of an invention of the how do you say it, the super being. let's use like different religions. I know religion, right? But we'll talk about the religion of the Nation of Islam. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that they created a being. They created, you know, the big-headed scientist, the big brain scientist, Yaqub, I think his name was Yaqub, and he created beings, or even if they were considered inferior, it was about a peace. Netter, hi there. Netter brings a special smile to my face. Peace, my king. Oh, more than a woman. He's so. Come on, y'all. I just love this man. I can't help it. Stop. No, okay, so thank you, Sonetter. You know the feeling is mutual. I think you are so amazing. Yes, Yaqub. So Just Acting said something. Thought is dangerous. If I think of something, why can't I? If I think of something bad, it usually happens. However, if I think of something good, it never happens. You got to work on that, because you really have to believe in the thought. So what I was kind of going off that we got to get back to the thought, the manifestation of it becoming, manifesting into something tangible, like in the reality. But thought is what everything begins as. If you think about birth, before birth of a human being or anything, what's the word? Conceive, right? Same thing as a thought. You have a concept, conception. It's the same thing. And then what happens? You conceive the child or the offspring, and then it comes forward. It comes forth, and it is a being. So back to what I was saying about in different religions, even in Judaism, they have the golem. They create that creature. So we're talking about creating the best self, because there is a process. And you know, I'm talking about alchemy, but the entire process is what it is an embodiment of wanting to create your best self, wanting to become a god, wanting to become a god. You know, in every belief, there are gods. Every belief. Dare I say atheist? You know, or what are they called? I think it's deist. Deists and atheists, of course, they're different. Deists believe in a god, and atheists don't. But what I'm saying is, they still have a center point, which is self. Self. They talk about God. Deists talk about God, and they say, yes, God has nothing to do with my existence. My existence is in order with nature, and my existence is my creation of myself ultimately. I'm talking about deism. Now, if we're talking about atheists, they say, I'm God. There is nothing else. It's all centered around me. And then when we talk about Christians, you know, Christians, you might say, no, Christians, they believe Jesus is the center. However, why are they believing Jesus is the center? Because they want the best for self. I mean, in a nutshell, of course, there are Christians who just absolutely are so grateful and so humble that it's not about self on the surface, but if you go deep to the core, it's always about self. It's always about self. Now, some people might say, well, Napah, you know, what are you saying? Are you saying serve self? Are you saying that you don't acknowledge the almighty power, and you don't acknowledge the, you know, I believe in the Messiah? No, what I'm saying is, in this realm, again, with this realm, we're talking about alchemy. We're talking about taking something tangible, something that is, now I'm talking about the actual science of alchemy. We're taking something that is of which is considered of lower or no value, and then we turn it into something that is of great value or invaluable. You take lead and you turn it into gold. That's a part of alchemy, the science. Another part of alchemy, I'm going to repeat, is the fountain of youth, or everlasting youth, right? That's immortality. Everlasting youthfulness is immortality, and that is a part of, when I say inventing self, we want to be our best selves. No one wants to have death in their life. No one wants to die, right? Peace, Nige Asar. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I just want to get the core of this out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some calls. I'm going to take some calls, y'all. I liked doing that the other night. It was fun. That one night. The source of all energy in life is the sun. And that's right, positive energy. So we could tie that into alchemy, but I want to really talk about your best self. Now, your best self is, I just thought about that. The sun. We could look at that in a way of alchemy. Like, of course, people are going to say, "Oh, that's an ignorant way to think." But I'm just these are hypotheticals and analogies. So just take it easy on me, the ones out there who love to criticize. You take darkness, the night comes, right? And then next thing you know, a few more hours, the sun rises. That is also like, how can you get light out of darkness? Yeah, I get it. I get it, you guys. The sun is, I believe I'm geocentric, so I believe in geocentrism. I don't believe in heliocentrism. I don't believe the sun is the center and the earth is going around the sun. I believe the sun is going around the earth. So anyway, kind of all over the place because I'm so excited to talk about this stuff. What does lead symbolize in alchemy? Well, like I said, Colmac Mackel. Like I said, the lead symbolizes something that is base or something that is low, not of great value, relatively not of great value in the context of compared to gold. And you take it in the minds of people that are calling themselves scientific. They say, "Peace, Paula, Mr. Butas." They say, "Oh no, you can't make lead out of gold, or you can't make gold out of lead." I mean, but of course you can. I'm drinking kombucha. This isn't the best one, but this is the one that Sonetter drinks. Anyway, where was I? I'm smiling. So, yeah, I'm all over the place, but if y'all want to join in the conversation, I guess I could drop the link. Hey there, Divine Prospect. Peace, brother. Shalom. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Yes. Divine Prospect drinks kombucha, Sonetter. See? Yeah, it's good. I saw you I didn't really look at your post too closely, Divine. I was like, is he eating shrimp? Somebody told me that it was vegetarian shrimp. I don't know if it was. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you, brother. Was it vegetarian? I don't know. But Sonetta was like, it must have been vegetarian because I was like, Divine Prospect is hilarious. He's on Facebook trolling hard. Like, this shrimp is good. So I don't know what that was. It was vegetarian. Wow, it looked so it looked like real shrimp. Dang. Now, what is it? Is it soy based? People are tuning in like, I thought this was an alchemy stream. No, but I gotta find out because it looked yummy. Not that I think shrimp looks yummy, y'all. Okay. But it just looked like, you know, hello, Robert Benjamin. I'll find out later what it is. We'll find out. You can tell Sonetter. It looked good. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, alchemy. So someone asked, excuse me, alchemy is a symbolic language. All right, well, let me drop the link because Somebody's in the chat. It was a vegan Vietnamese restaurant. Really? You know what? That's one of my favorite foods. Yes, you guys, Vietnamese food. I make my own pho though. I make my own pho at home. I don't really order it out anymore for obvious reasons, meaning I don't know what they're putting in it, but thank you, Divine. Yes, promote the video. So let me make sure I tighten this up. Because I know like I said, I want to keep talking about the alchemy. A couple of people were asking some really good questions and making some good statements. So what I'm going to do is, give me 1 second. I'm going to go and get the link and share it. I don't know what I did, you guys, but I'm back. I'm back, you guys. Okay, so let me share this. Oh gosh, I didn't save it. Dang. Oh my Lord, I'm messing up everything now. Okay, count on me to mess stuff up. That's what you can do. You can definitely count on me to mess up everything. But what in the heck? Messed it up. I don't know what I did. What did I do, you guys? Okay, so I see what I gotta do. Just hold tight. Too bad I don't have like some intermission music, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Yes, thank you for promoting that. Thank you, brother. Definitely go to my Facebook, y'all. I'm a little crazy though. No, I'm not crazy on Facebook. I'm okay. Let me see here. Let me go. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. Give me 1 more second. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I think you can hear me. And I actually shared the link. The link. I shared the link. Peace, Tornado Whip. Peace, Josiah Guerrera. Peace, Barn Dog. And let me see. Let me try this again. All right, because some people are, this will be a good one. I'll share this particular stream about alchemy, the invention and elevation of self, will be like a collaboration. Good one. I'll share. Hush, girl. All right, so now let's try this again. I'm gonna put my phone here, and I'm doing some MacGyvering up here. Okay. I'm back. So I shared the link. So hit the link. But yes, so back to what I was saying, and you can jump in, and if you know a little bit about alchemy, or you want to share something about, I know the Jeopardy music, right? Tornado Whip. If you want to talk about the elevation of self, totally taking self. Thank you for the Cash App, Tornado Whip. Thank you. Much, much appreciated. Much love. Peace also, Queen. Oh, you guys are always so loving. Asarminton, peace to you. These are good. You don't want to drink too many though in like a day. Maybe just one. Okay. The Philosopher's Stone. Perfect. The Philosopher's Stone. I'd like to get your input on what you think the Philosopher's Stone really truly is. If you want to join the conversation, if you wanted to hit the link or, whatever, just type it in the chat. But that's the thing about alchemy. Everlasting immortality, everlasting immortality. That's redundant. Immortality, Philosopher's Stone, and turning lead into gold, making something gold being the most precious metal that is in the earth today. So when you think of being the alchemy of self, the invention of self, it gets more and more difficult as you progress in life and you go through different stages and you pick up, some people might call it baggage, or you start putting on all of these different not obstacles, but mindsets on yourself, which can be obstacles. You start to, it's more difficult to invent your best self. Because think about it, another analogy, you've got a lump of clay, and you're like, oh, this is fresh clay, it's pliable, I'm kneading it, I'm working it out, I'm making my best piece of pottery ever. But then throughout time, you keep on using it, it gets a lot of dirt in it or whatever, and it gets hard because it's been out too long. It's not moist, it's not pliable as much. So throughout time with yourself, it's harder and harder to, peace KK, it's harder and harder to invent your best self, unless, yes, exactly, Tano with melanin. Exactly, get it? Chem is the key word in chemistry and in alchemy. I spelt it with a K. Spelt. Come on, y'all. Spelt. Spelt is good though. Get it? Anyway, a little goofy. Or baking. Spelt. Anyway. Okay, sis. Nice to see you here. Where was I? I spelled it with a K. So you could see the point of chem. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, the older you get, the longer you exist, you pick up all these mindsets and all of this baggage. And it's harder to invent stuff, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. You just have to know how to, get yourself to where you are pliable. Scripture says, be like what? Be like little children, be born again. Because you want peace, Benita. You want to start with a clean slate. Anybody want to come in? Nobody wants to hit the link, huh? Okay, I get it. Self-preservation is definitely a part of wanting to live forever, obviously, right? Or the attempt to live to reach immortality. And I'm drinking kombucha. Sis, I'm drinking kombucha. I'm sorry if I'm not getting super in depth about this. It's just that like I said, it's a different vibe when I'm live and interacting than when I'm just like sitting down, like, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. I wrote this down. I'm kind of like just flowing. Not kind of, I am flowing with the group. I'm just vibing off of y'all. So, but let me stay on track so this can be a very, so I can impart what I really want to, which is just the invention of self. And scripture says, I believe in the scriptures, you know that. Be ye perfect like your Father in heaven is perfect. That's another That is another point about trying to be your highest self, your God self. And then, thank you, Benita, my love. And then you also want to, there's another one that says, you are gods. Psalms 82, verse 6. Ye are gods. And then 82:7 says, but you will die as men. That means if you don't invent, if you just sit back and go, you know what, I'm gonna eat pizza and, excuse me, I'm gonna eat pizza and I'm just gonna, not the pizza's bad, y'all. I'm just gonna sit back and watch some reruns of Andy Griffith and I'm just gonna do nothing in my life. That's what, yeah, then you're not really trying to invent your best self, you know. Josiah Guerrera says, study the cerebellum, the flower of that brain that heals your cuts. Self. Definitely. The brain, it all comes, mainstream science still hasn't figured out the brain. Still hasn't. What are we using? Like 1%? Don't quote me, maybe 3. We're not even using our full brain. Have you seen the movie Lucy? Anybody? That is an awesome movie. Because, it seems so, oh, that's so sci-fi, but it really has a lot of truth to it. Because we're supposed to master we do have the ability to master our domain, our existence, our realm. That's what we're here for. We're here to master our realm. Think about that. Just let me take a sip while y'all ponder on that. We're here to master our existence. Master it. We're not here to serve. And you know what? I'll be 100% honest. That is the problem with religion. Religion says serve. Now, some people say, again, because I've said we serve the Almighty. But what we do in the service, because the Almighty power doesn't need us, doesn't say, well, I sure need Napah to serve me. It doesn't work like that. All that we do in the service and in the acknowledgement, in the exaltation of the Almighty power, when we say we serve the Almighty power, when I say you serve your higher power, the concept really is that you must be in order to receive your power. Because the Almighty power doesn't need us to serve. Like when I get it when people ridicule the writings, because they don't, well, I don't want to sound like I'm condescending. They misunderstand, or they don't sit down and get the full concept of, well, why does it say, quote, God is a jealous God, or God wants you to serve him? It's not that. It's not that the Almighty power is like, I need you to serve me. You must serve, it's not serve like, oh, here, can I take your order? I have to do for you. It's about being in order and acknowledging, setting up that, remember I said the altar in your mind, you must acknowledge the power to receive the power. You must acknowledge where the power comes from. Now, there are those who are working on a lower vibration who understand the power, but in defiance, almost, that's the word I can use, do not exalt the one almighty source, which, I say Yahweh, you say what you want to say, but the one almighty power, they say, okay, I can get this power without being in service, without being in order. And I always go like this because that's where I visualize the power coming down in that way from the Almighty, through the crystal seat of the mind, that's what I call it, through the altar of the mind, and then going, through in the order of your temple, your body. So, which movie did Napah state? Oh, I said Lucy, the one with Charlotte Charlotte Johansson, I think her name is. Scarlett Johansson. So anyway, what was I saying? Okay. So, oh, yes, but back to what I was mentioning. If you listen and you hear what I'm saying, and what I hear what I'm saying is, it's about the bringing yourself up to your highest level, inventing yourself, or the invention of the best self that you can be. And then, and when that happens, and when you're completely in order with all creation, every earthling, every element in this realm, not just earthlings, not just creation, not just like trees, animals, and microorganisms, not just that, but just every element, down to every last atom, you are in order, and you are the master of your whole existence. What, isn't that amazing? Like, that's what the movie, like I said about the movie Lucy, she is progressing throughout the movie. She's becoming more and more powerful. Now I forgot why. I think it was because she took some kind of drug they put inside of her, but she was progressing, and it like bursted open, and it, if I'm not mistaken, it killed her, but that was the resurrection too of self. That's another thing about the alchemy. I'm glad I thought about that. You're like, you're all over the place, Napah. It's a very, very exquisite, complex dance, like the flight of the bumblebee. Okay. Anyway, so I digress. So it's just like about very many stories, especially the one that I believe in, the resurrection, the death, the dying, killing of the, like the metamorphosis of the butterfly, of the caterpillar into the butterfly. There is a death of a self when you go to reinvent self. When you're progressing, you never want to, listen to this, you never want to have that old self still lurking and alive, like, you'll be back. Because you don't want to backslide. Every time you progress in self, every time you rise above, that old person has to die. That old person dies. That is the resurrection of self, in a sense. That's the alchemy. Resurrection is like alchemy. You go from death, something dead, and then there's life again. So yeah, I hope somebody's getting this out there. It's like, yeah. Let me go back and read some comments. So, self-preservation, yes. Okay, thank you. Derek Witherspoon, peace. Sarmenton, Kubachi, kombucha. What's kubachi? Are you saying kombucha, or is it kubachi something like Japanese? Or, if you are not here to serve earth and man, get out the way. To serve earth, you're gonna have to elaborate on that. I know you, a man. Hubert is like, you're not bullying me. What? I'm behind. She ended up being a computer or something. Actually, Tornado Whip, she was like, in the movie, a part of the ether. She's like, and now she elevated so high that she's like, now I'm part of the ether, and I am. Now I am. You understand? Like, and that's what we do with when people say God. God is. So she was just like, and I am now. No, they're like, what are you? Well, I am. That's what I am. Well, are you a computer? Are you a thought? I am. That is what the almighty power gives us, that understanding. Never ever, though, slipping into the slippery slope where you go, oh, and I'm God now, I don't need the almighty power. That's where you kick yourself away. The irony of that is, when you say, well, I'm God, I don't need it, you go back down to your lower vibrational carnal self. And it's not about religion. There's a huge part of being your best self is being your most humble self. Check. Like, you have to be able to say, it's not just me, but this is my realm. It's not just about me. There's something much greater than I am, but I am the greatest in this realm. It's like always very paradoxical. That's the awesome part of it. Oh, Sonnetter said he loves you, Benita. I love her too, Sonnetter. We love you, sis. Yes, that is a wonderful sister. Everybody, we love you. Everyone in the chat. Metamorphosis. Yes. Humility. Yes. Yes. On the YouTube, I'm behind. Sonnetter. Now, I told you about this drink. Now, every time I drink it, I think of you, Sonnetter. It's good, you guys. I make my own, but it's not as fizzy as this. I got to find a way to really get it to just really ferment to where it's like really fizzy and it stays like, it's not carbonated, but it stays like really effervescent. So good night, Tana with melanin. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful rest. And you know, dreaming is the best time of the night. Like, we got to talk about lucid dreams in one stream, but have a beautiful evening or night, asleep. And servant of the life. So nobody hit the link, right? I'm not just sitting in here and like not seeing you. I hope nobody tried to come in and I just didn't see you. So peace, alkaline universe. You waiting on my cookbook? Sis. I've got some skills and I'm not trying to brag. But that's my element. That's my place. Like if you said, okay, Nepal, what do you want to do? Are you good in, you want to go sit at the sewing machine or the loom? I sound like that's all women. No, I'm being traditional, like in the house, want to go do the clothes or no, put me in the kitchen. Put me in the kitchen. Yes, sis. Thank you for the super chat, Benita. You don't have to super chat me, sweetheart, but thank you. You're sweet. I don't hate Hebrew Israelites. Nepal's my favorite Hebrew. So they're making me smile. Y'all are like, come on, get with it, girl. Stop being so cheesy and cheese and all. He makes me, you know what? It's important to have people to bring your vibe up. We always hear things like, peace, neophyte sage. Oh, all right. Yes, I used to live in London. I like London. I love you, Benita. You and Sonnetter got me up here cheesing. And peace to you, everybody. Thank you, neophyte sage. So no, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, it's good to have people who bring your vibe up. And you hear about, oh, that's just the internet. It is real. Let's stop pretending it's not real, especially in this day and age that we're in. It's not like your mom's a Hebrew? Oh my God, Benita, I didn't know that. Girl, you didn't tell me that. You be trying to sleep. You are such a Scorpio. You're like, I'm going to keep this to myself for a minute. Scorpios are good at keeping secrets. Scorpios are very good at keeping secrets. Very good. RL says, knowing that we have control of oneself, why are there so many secrets in vaults across the world with armed guards? I feel anything that is in any of these vaults belongs to us. Yeah, probably, of course. It belongs to the darkest minds of the light. When I say the darkest minds of the light, the link was bogus? No. No, it wasn't. Let me try it again, though. It wasn't bogus, brother. Why didn't y'all tell me right away? Dang, you waited a long time. Let me try it again because it can't be bogus because I copied it from. It's not bogus, brother. Let me try it again, though. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Just 1 moment, please. Give me a moment. Let's see here. How could it be bogus? bogus. That ain't this network. This ain't that network. I think you need to try again. Private chat, post a comment. Yeah, Vanita said it's not bogus. So I just put it in. Now that's the link from StreamYard. I don't get it. Let me see if I hit it, if what'll happen. No, it takes me to the broadcast. I'm here. It's not bogus, my friend. Try it again. What I miss about IUIC? Oh no, girl. We need to talk offline. Really? Wow, your mom is like, she's really a Hebrew. Like, I don't know if I told you my IUIC story, Benita. Look at my face. Just kidding. Yeah, you know what that means, don't you? Yeah. But I ain't want y'all to hear all this snoring going on. Oh, you were gonna come into the girl. I don't care about some snoring. Come on in. Hit the stream. I'm gonna have to tell you what happened. I hear somebody walking around behind me, little tiny feet. Let me just mute for a second. So anyway, yes, hit the link. And if you, let's see, I've been going for 47 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go for like an hour. Yeah, I was kind of like all over the place, but not really. I think y'all get what I'm saying. This isn't really gonna be, it's not that deep. The alchemy of the invention of self and the best self. Now, to get in details about like how can I achieve my best self? I mean, we could start with, people say, oh, we start with health, but I'm about holistic healing. So you start with the mind first in everything you do. Everything you do is the mind. And that's what I was saying before, like the manifestation of what we call tangible. I don't want to say reality because the mind is reality for me. The thoughts are 100% just as much as an action, a physical action. Yeah. You know, if you change your thoughts, you have to really, sometimes it's really hard. Hey, I think you said, is it hard to be in a relationship with someone that is blind with everything that's going on in the universe? I want to get your opinion. Oh, of course it's hard. It's very hard. It's very, very hard because it takes a toll on you. You're already trying to work on your best self. And when you're in a relationship with someone, you're linking it's like I always use analogies. Okay, but that's all right. Like in a lava lamp, you see the oil that's going around, and then there's one blob of oil and another blob, and then the two blobs merge and they're one blob. That's what it is about being in a relationship. You want to be oil and oil, not water and oil. You want to be able to merge together. And when you do merge together, you don't want one part of you not not going along in a symbiotic, right? Like that's the right word, right? Symbiotic type of existence, or symbiotic function. Like you got working together. You know what I mean? And flowing as a system, as one body. So yeah, it's hard because when you're up in on this level, and then you love someone and you really do love, you can definitely go. Who is that? Let me see. Alkaline Universe. Go to my part 1, the alchemy, when I talk about the alchemical process of love. When you're a gold person, right? Alkaline Universe, you're a gold person, and then you've got that lead person that you truly love. You have to be one really, really in tune and really on a high level where you're not I call it like a protective shield. Some people can say the Holy Spirit, or whatever you want to call it, your protective shield or force field or magnetic field. So when you, as a person who's up on that higher level, when you're trying to work with someone who's in a lead state and you're in a gold state, and you're trying to work with them in an alchemical process of loving to bring them into the gold state, you have to be careful, because you can start to drain all of your energy into that person, in a sense, and that person's not reciprocating anything back to replenish or to feed, because we're flowing, we're a flowing river. Yes, equally yoked, Ebony Knowledge. We're not stagnant. We're not stagnant, meaning the darkest minds of the light, those of us who are present, who are, what you said, being on seeing, or being on another level, a higher level. We're always flowing. If you, like, even when I said it, I picture like a oscillation of like a fan, like, the movement in a circular motion. And bingo, like, things are just flashing my mind. What is that? The swastika. The swastika. And they say, oh, that's Aryan, or that's back, the Indians or the Hindu. But they say it's Aryan, but really, from what I'm learning and what I'm seeing, it all goes back to Africa. Everything, just that movement, that all of the ancient writings, all of the ancient, people say Kemet, and again, bear with me about, if you've studied and like, well, no, you're talking, it's not Kemet, it's Nubia, or you taking it back to the Twa. All I know is that there are ancient artifacts seen from like Sumer. I heard someone saying that's not African, but anyway, ancient artifacts that I've seen, this is the only one I can speak on, where they've got the whole symbol of the fan. It's like, some people say, oh, it's a crucifix. I'm doing this because it's like a circle in the middle, and then there's like these lines coming out on the side, and then there's lines coming out like this. So it's like a crucifix, a cross, but it's just like the fan. So I kind of jumped off a cliff, sort of, not really, because I got a parachute. But what I'm saying is, when you're a gold person, you're always in movement. You're never stopped and stagnant. And in the movement, what you're doing is vibrating and magnetizing the ones who are what we call the lead people, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a diss, but those are the people you're talking about are blind. They aren't, it's harder to get them to see. But so you have to really be careful with yourself. You have to protect yourself. And if you really love that person, as long as that person isn't super rigid, or like abusive in their they don't mock you, like, oh, you're stupid, or oh, yeah, okay, you're crazy, got it, cuckoo, alchemy. Like, you don't need that kind of energy. Now, if it's someone that's just like, I don't get it, like, I'm trying, that's different. You can keep trying with that person. So you have to be careful. I hope I said that in the right way to like give you some insight. But yeah, it's definitely hard. And my balance, yes, Josiah. This Ain't That Network said, I love as told that the human alchemical experience is merely going from an adolescent to an adult. Well, that's one aspect. That's one aspect of it. And I think I mentioned that, like, but I'm talking about adulthood specifically. But we're always, everything can be seen, not everything. Scratch that, strike it, and rewind. In that sense about the growing up, that can be seen as alchemical. As long as, though, hear me out, as long as the growing up is an elevation. You don't want to get worse. Like, and we don't even speak about this, but there are people who start out as, God, you were such a great, what happened? You were such a great person. And then something happened, you got in a crowd, start dealing with the wrong crowd, and then you start to go down. You know what I mean? So as long as the alchemical growth, like the stages of life, as long as they're progressing, then yeah, or they're not stagnant. You can't go from like, oh, this person's always had a horrible, outlook on life, or this person's always been bad, or a pariah. You know, that wouldn't be seen as alchemical, because alchemical is always going from something that's base to something that's valuable, or that's elevated. Check, right? I was told, oh, spell check. Okay, it's okay. I got what you're saying. Uh, asymbiotic would actually be against the flow. So asymbiotic is something negative. Yeah. Symbiotic is something that we would want in a relationship. And then even, I mean, that's one way to look at things, like symbiotic, because there is reciprocity in symbiosis. I think that word is. There's a give to keep things going. There's a give and a take, a flow. You should have hit the link. This ain't that network. You have a lot of good thoughts coming out. Everybody does, but trying to keep up. Alchemy transmutate dull lead spirits into gold souls. Philosopher's stone, same thing. That's right, Josiah. Yeah, she has a lot of growing up to do. And she's 43. Who? What are you talking about? I know you're not talking to me about me. Who has a lot of growing up to do? Who are you talking about? This ain't that network. Did I miss something? Who are you talking about? Your ex? How does he know your ex? How does this ain't that network know your ex, Alkaline Universe? You guys know each other? Okay, anyway. I'm sipping, it's a tea. It's called kombucha. It's just like a fermented fruit beverage. You're talking to who? Me? Y'all got me mixed up with somebody else. I don't think you dealing the real. Yeah, that's what that is. I'm not 43, Alkaline Universe. So I don't think you know me. Not that I think that that's bad to the brothers and sisters who are, but like, respect the women. No, I want to know who are you? I want to know who you're talking about. I was talking about my ex. Well, how does he know your ex? Now I want to know, like, how does he know your ex though? And you guys know each other? I was talking about my ex when I was talking about is it hard? Yes, you did mention that. And that was a good question. But then this ain't that network said something. He knows your ex. Oh, you're talking about your ex. This ain't that network, right? Hi, Kid Murray. Please, thank you for joining. Are you a mill for something because you're looking delicious? No. Okay, so yeah, pretty much. I'm confused too. That's why I left it alone. Don't worry about it. So basically, you want to be your best self. You want to be your best self. And you have to find ways to be your best self. Yes, get those likes up. So do you grow your own food or do you try to shop healthy? I know, right, Benita? Oh, Lord. Sonetter's listening to this. He's like shaking his head. Well, King, I went live. I'm not going to say anything else. I'll talk to you later. I'm trying, but it's hard. Okay, well, anyway, it's exactly an hour. Anybody have any questions before I go? I probably could have gone into this a little more. And you know what? I might do a part 4.4.2. 4.2, is that how? Part 4.1, or yeah, part 4.1. Peace, Blue Boy. And I'll just do like I wanted to interact with the family. I think we did okay though, right? What do you think, Benita? And whoever else is listening. Thank you, This Ain't That Network. Thank you. Thank you. Much respect, humble thanks. So pretty much, I was talking, I was going into holistic healing and holistic self because it starts with the mind. Peace just acting. And it starts with the mind, and then it goes into the mind, the thought it progresses into something out. We're going to say alchemy right there. The thought of the mind, then it goes into the physical. You understand? Like the flat, the something tangible. Because even with me, when I say physical, thought is physical for me. Thought is physics. Thought is, the metaphysics of thought. The thought is physical. So when I say physical, I mean tangible. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you, sis. You are always on point and lovely. Oh, thank you, sis. You got to join me hitting the link and not joining me. I don't mind a little snoring in the background. Just Swoovius. Peace, brother. I haven't seen you for a minute. Peace. Yes, manifestation. Error is like the conscious thought. Okay. Consciousness is being studied in mainstream science. And there are mainstream physicists, quantum physicists, quantum theorists, studying consciousness. Real facts. Studying consciousness. Somebody's here. Let's see who's knocking on the door. Hello, KK. Oh, look at that. Let me let her in. Is
Hey,
this KK?
what's good? Yeah, this me.
Peace, sis.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm glad you joined. You want to put your 2 cents in?
I've been hearing a little bit of it. I'm not a big religious person, no shade, but I just like your energy and spirit, and I've always followed Sinetta, I think since I was like 20. It's been a long time. Or
Wow.
19. Yeah, like, cause I like the different views, cause I wasn't for sure if he was like just RBG or just like to see the different religion people battle it out and just had good debates and stuff in the neighborhood. Cause I also follow Seti Sarah. I follow like a lot of different pro black people in in black YouTube. Like I think I can benefit or understand different views of it, and plus like whatever I've read and studied myself. Uh, so like I just like connecting with different people and stuff like that. Just finding different views and things like that, and different content, to watch. And I just like your personality, like it's not like a whole lot of different women are cool. Some are cool doing black, through black YouTube that I've met, but like you just got a real peaceful spirit about you.
You are a sweetheart.
Thanks.
Sonetta, you see all the beautiful sisters and brothers, but especially the sisters, all the beautiful sisters that follow you, and then they come. So I want to say shout out to Sonetta for sending for putting me out there so I can meet sisters like you and my sister
Thanks.
Benita, April, and oh my gosh, I could go
Yeah.
on.
When he was
Yeah.
on cassette tape or CD.
Wow, you are going way
Yeah.
back. You said cassette.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm going towards the late 30s.
Oh,
Mid 30s.
that's not
Yeah.
old. Maybe you
Yeah.
feel
I feel
that's
old. Like my friends be calling me old, and this guy that I had the conversation with, I think he's just a hater though. Some guys like to hate.
you know what, men do that sometimes, and you have to ignore it because
Mm,
first off, it's about your physical self and
mm,
how you take care of yourself. There's a chronological age, and
mm,
then there's a biological age. You're just because your age may be 30s or 40s or even 50s, it's about what your body is doing, what you're doing with your body. Your body could be chronologically 30, but you can have a 20-year-old physical, your biology and your physiology, how healthy you are. So it's about how we take care of it. We have power. I mean, we're one thing about this age now that we're in. I mean, this time, this era. One thing about it is we are knowing that we have control over what how we age, how we live.
Correct.
We know so much about health, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know things that our mothers and our grandmothers didn't know. Like we know, I can't just be eating donuts every day, donuts and coffee. Not that it's first of all, I know,
I'm
I think
guilty of coffee some days of the week. I haven't been drinking it like that though, maybe once a week or twice.
you drink coffee. Well, let me tell you, and if you want to try this, I don't drink coffee. I cannot. I think I might be. Oh Lord, when I drink coffee, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. But I like the taste of decaf. Now there's decaf, but also you gotta try chicory. Have you ever tried chicory? Chicory?
Chicory. I think I'm gonna have to try that. I haven't tried that. I think
Yes,
I had that
it's
kombucha before or something like that. Cause I go back and forth between Whole Foods, and what do you call it? Other store. They collaborated with all these now, Trader Joe's. I can't, but I think I'm back stuck on
Trader
turkey and
Joe's.
chicken. Yeah,
You like what turkey and chicken? You said?
yeah. I went back
You know what
to it like, cause I yeah. I'm sorry. I like I think I'm stuck on pasta sometimes and somewhat sugar. So that's my you know my guilty
sugar's
pleasure.
not good. Sugar is horrible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Don't
because
eat sugar.
I'm
Huh?
starting to get hooked back on chocolate. I really don't eat it like that, but I like turtles and raisinets and goobers.
Oh
I
God.
shouldn't eat
No,
it
wait,
though.
hold on
I'm
now, hold on. I said sugar is bad, but I can't I'm not gonna front. Chocolate is like I can't. Chocolate is so good, and I'm not lying. It's good, but dark
hmm
chocolate is better. Dark chocolate, the bitter chocolate. But chocolate is something
Yeah.
about chocolate, especially as women. Something
Yes.
about it does something for us.
Aphrodisiac.
Girl, that's a whole different story.
Yes, aphrodisiac.
You're so funny. That's a whole
Yeah.
different story. We don't want to get these brothers. They're already acted. Some brothers are acting up in the chat. We're gonna do a different. Actually, I'm going to do a build with my sister Akibal on Mind. Shout out to
hmm
the sister on Saturday. She is beautiful. I gotta put her. Oh, I can't
Yeah.
drink coffee, right, Bonita? I
Yeah.
gotta put her link in the chat so y'all can go to her channel. I gotta get it.
Oh,
But
okay.
if I don't put it in the chat, I'm gonna put it in the description. But sis, you gotta join me for our sister sit down. Bonita still has to join me. But our
Okay,
sister Bonita,
cool. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
didn't
have to do that. Sorry, I didn't cam up. It's a little late. I have to
you don't have
get
to worry
gussied
about
up.
that. I don't
Yeah.
expect sisters to cam up this late at night. I'm not some Gestapo, like you must cam up. No, I know it's
Right.
bedtime, and I thank you for joining me this late
Yeah, no
at
problem.
night. So
Yeah, I
listen,
know you gonna lay down.
I am a night owl. I love the
Yeah.
nighttime. You know what else I love? You know what I love? I love to dream. Like I don't know if it's me. I don't. It's Kibalan Mind says 1 second, KK. I gotta put
Okay.
her name in the chat.
Okay.
Al-Kibulan, and then it's Mind. I gotta go get her chat. Isn't dreaming awesome? Like dream, you know what I love to like even tonight after I get off because it's 12 o'clock where I am. It's
Oh,
midnight,
okay.
so I'll get in
And now,
bed.
you on the
Huh?
East Coast or Midwest too?
I'm in the Southwest.
Oh, you in the Southwest? Oh, okay. Cause it's 1 o'clock here. 1:05.
You're in
Oh,
the
okay.
North. You're in the Midwest.
Yeah, I'm in the Midwest. I thought you was gonna be 2 hours behind. I
Let
don't
me
know if
guess.
like that's Texas or
I was gonna
South
say
Dakota.
you're not in Texas though. You're where?
I'm in Chicago.
I was gonna say Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yes.
excited because I was like, it's Chicago. You
Yeah.
know,
And it's not that bad here. Like we do have our areas and the crime. Like they just glamorize it. Like I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's some nice views here once we get off lockdown. Like High Park, the South Side tours and things like that. But you know, I've asked people to just get Uber or drive their cars and stuff like that. And it's different, you know, places to see and stuff like that. The Taste of Chicago. It's a lot of things to do here. Like, but we're still not on the top murder capital because I have to like argue a lot of people with that. We're still not in the top 10 or 25. They love to lie on Chicago. Like, I'm not saying, you know, I can't defend certain things, but then I could defend that, you know, when it's poverty, not enough jobs, you know, crime go up really anywhere in the
right,
world,
right.
and this, you know, economical castration. That's what they do to us, and they
Mm.
think that you're not supposed to take what you need, you know. But I have to keep reminding a lot of people that they wrote 50 years ago or 60 years ago about the riots and things, and like the younger people not gonna take a lot of shit, you know, like how our ancestors like they did their part and whatever part that we did, you know, maybe we missed some steps and some stuff that we didn't teach millennials, and I have to apologize for that too. I didn't really have kids yet because I haven't met the right person, you
Right.
know. Even when you kind of like in your mid 30s going to your late. I wish I did though. I kind of regret that.
Well, wait a minute. You're still fertile.
Yeah, I can still have them, but it's like a man don't have to be perfect, but I kind of see myself dating. Like I kind of been dating or talking to Africans. I don't no shade to American men, but like some of their traditions, like half of them don't match mine. Like we can build a community together and work on our things, and our community may need a lot of therapy and rebuilding and fixing our relationships. But me personally, dating certain ones, it's like a handful. But like they
Mm.
don't appreciate marriage. Maybe it's some stuff that we've said or did. Like I guess they go back and forth and stuff like that. Like we just need to work on it. Like I probably gender war a little bit. I'm kind of guilty of that. That I have to work on.
Yeah, we all
You
do
know,
that.
like
We
yeah,
all
like I get a little mad, but I'm like, I don't dislike or hate all of them or nothing like that. It's just like when I vibe with, I'm not saying every single man from, you know, Africans from overseas, you may not always get along with them, but it's some that I do in my friendships with people. You know, half the time they work out. You know, like if they had the same mindset, like I hope one day we all can just get on the same page. Like I know the difference between ADOS and, you know, Africans and Nigerians overseas, but I see us as one on certain things. You know, I know it's certain ones that they don't see us like that. But you know, like I didn't have that from the last guy too that I talked to that was from Libya. Cause he was really cool. Like he didn't have no biases against black women or African women in America. Like we really got along and stuff. Like we was on the same book talking, you know, black politics or pro black stuff. Like even though I'm not like that religious, like I might disagree with some things that people say or some things that Hebrews say. No shade to either one of y'all. But it's just, you know,
okay.
like,
You don't have to worry about it, sis. If you
yeah,
speaking from your heart, I'm not offended by you saying anything like that.
yeah.
But go
You
on.
know, yeah, it's just, you know, like I get like we have our own issues as, you know, black people or Africans globally. But like I feel like that we're just the number one target or the black male. So like I feel like we need to, you know, like the people that want to work with you, like we just gonna have to get on the same page because like we not surviving out here like that, and it's gonna get rougher and tougher. Cause I really think it's gonna go back to the barter system too. That's just my opinion. Like, you know, like the skill, the trade, just computers, and
Right.
you own your own business. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Like, I think it might get like that. Like, you might have to trade goods. Like, you might could work a computer. I might can fix stuff in your house. You know, like
Oh,
how it was in the 40s.
wait.
Like, it might not.
I don't mean to cut you off. I love you flowing. Keep going. But I wanted to say this to you. Because
Mhm.
I'm a doula. And all I'm thinking is she needs to go ahead and have some babies. No, I'm just no, but listen, you can don't limit yourself to any. I'm talking, wait a minute. Black men, I mean. I wasn't gonna
Mhm.
say limit yourself to, there's so many different types of brothers, and I know you know what you like, but I want to give you a suggestion. Let me give you a suggestion. Try older men for you, for a sister like you. They older, like maybe
I gotta
40,
go back to the older men.
40s, I mean 40s, 50s, a sister like you, you're an old soul, you're in your 30s, you gotta
not stuck in their ways. Cause like they have a problem with women that got like some kind of intellectual. Cause I kind of got like a smart mouth, but like they'll have to give me a run for my money mentally. It's the thing. Like I wouldn't care if they made like 60,000 a year or close to it, you know, something like that, or a little more.
You're talking about older men?
Yeah, like, cause they set in their ways. That's the only thing. Like, I don't like when they set in their ways are real mean. That's the only thing. Like, I have a hard time.
I'm not talking about some cantankerous old grumpy old man. I'm talking about like a man who's in his 40s or 50s who can be more patient and appreciate you more. Because
he might have to be pro-black. Cause I won't. That's the only rules that I will not change about myself. Like maybe I'm setting my ways too, but like they gotta be pro-black or open-minded. Cause like a long time ago, I dated someone that had a black mom, but like he only dated black women or biracial black women, and he put them on a high pedestal. Like he didn't hate his blackness. He really fully respected me. And he was like in the entertainment business, but like he never disrespected me, but like he didn't like Becky's or nothing like that neither. Cause he was like Asian and black, but he was like really in tune. This was like a real long time ago. Like I'm not per se a swirl or nothing, but like we really had a good connection too. Well,
you sound like a sweetheart. And when I say that, look, sis, there's no woman out there who is just going to be, some women don't talk back, but what they might do is put some ground up glass in your food. So some might be very quiet, like the Lorena Bobbitt brothers.
Well, Celie.
Y'all know who Lorena Bobbitt is, right?
Right. Well, Celie gave the mister that stuff and that lemonade.
Yeah, so that's why you don't, this is the point. Men and women, get with the person that you will not trigger. Get with someone, and I mean men and women, if you get with somebody who triggers you to just, you're like, I don't know why I am, look, you're not balanced in your, I'm not saying you, I'm saying if someone triggers you all the time, you got to say, well, I got to be by myself, or I got to just get away from you. I know the loving is good. Everything's good, but I need to, you trigger me. Like I'm over here turning into The Shining, chasing you with the meat cleaver when I never even get that, or I'm, so when you say you have a mouth, sometimes the chemistry is so passionate that when it gets bad, it gets really bad. Okay. You want to be careful. So what I'm going to say is don't limit yourself, because I don't want to, you know what? You're my sister. I got to show you the real love. You got to get that. We got to get going because that clock is ticking. Gotta get the baby out.
It is winding down. Because my eggs are fine.
But you don't want to marry someone who's just not right for you, who will leave you. So I applaud you on waiting, but you're gonna have to open your door up a little bit wider and get not just Africans. Look, African American men, African men are very wonderful. But think about this: the sister like you, talking about the struggle, the Black Power, RBG. You want a brother who can relate. Like you, I'm telling you, there'll be a time with the African brother. He'll say he'll say the wrong thing. Like, oh, the Africans never did that. I mean, the Black people never really. Then, excuse me, what do you mean? What do you mean there was no? So then you'll be like, you know what I mean? You'll be fighting and over stuff like that. So anyway, like, mind your own business. No.
That's okay, because that's funny, because the one that I was thinking about getting married to, like, because we was just like abstinent till we was thinking about moving in or getting married, and he was a ex-Hebrew Israelite, and that was so funny. We could not get along though, because his man, you know how like y'all man was open, and like his man was only a little open about certain things that y'all talked about, but
girl,
his man was still Europeanish.
You see me shaking my head. I love my Hebrew Israelite brothers, but
That's
girl, no,
right.
I'm not trying to send you. I love you, brothers out there, though. You are the best. One thing good about, okay, let me do the good and the bad. A Hebrew Israelite brother, you can get him. You can say, wait a minute. If you know the scriptures, you can be like, you're not doing this to me. Because look at this is what it says right here. The Most High. Same thing with brothers who follow Islam, like brothers who are into the religions. You can even if he's like, don't tell me anything, woman. You can just sit there and be like, okay, the Lord, Yahweh will tell you something. You know, then they get back in order. That's the good thing. They have structure. But the bad thing is, I gotta say it. Even when they say they're not like that, there's too much misogyny. They really don't,
In
even though
all religions, correct.
the scripture says love your wife like yourself, honor her, but then all they hear is weaker vessel. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
wait, it says honor your wife and love her because she's a weaker vessel, but all they hear is weaker vessel. So I'm not trying to slam my brothers because there are some decent, loving, awesome, wonderful, beautiful men who are Hebrew Israelites, not more beautiful than Sonetta though. I just got to throw that out there. No, anyway, no, but there's
Yeah,
some
you
very
seem
wonderful there's some wonderful brothers out there. But if, like you said, you know what happened, it didn't work out because, you know, no matter how, there'll be that time when he'll say something to you like, you're just a woman, or that's why you women are all, I knew it. I knew you were like the rest. You know what I mean? So anyway, what do you
Yeah.
think, right? Right or wrong?
You're right, cause like he never hardly traveled. Like, and I'm somewhat of a traveler. Like, I'll go to different states, and I've been out of America a few times or so, and he haven't really been to too many places. And I'm like, like you really not trying to knock that person, but they man was just too old fashioned or too close minded. Cause his parents are still married, but like he wouldn't set no date, so I left. I was like, no,
Oh,
I can't
wait a
do
minute.
it.
You got them sneakers on, you the runaway bride. Now, just because you didn't set a date, that's not a reason to leave. Like, you do need to, like, be like, you got to be like this, not leave, but you be like, you're not trying to set a date. So, this is how I feel, ladies and gentlemen. No,
Mhm.
no nookie, no cookie if you don't get,
Basically, that's how it was.
yeah. I bet you they set a date then. People out here talking about, no, you can be beautiful. I saw a post that said, she's gonna okay, it was Bonita, it was IUIC. Not you, Bonita, but your mom. Okay, this is what the title, Bishop Nathaniel Allah. He
Mm.
said he put a picture of a beautiful woman up there. He said, always gonna be able to get a man, but never be able to get a husband. No. When you close the candy store or the cookie shop,
Hmm.
you're gonna get your husband. Girl, ladies and sisters,
That's true.
don't let them tell you that black women can't get a husband.
Without
Any woman,
opening your legs, that's true. Sometimes it is brothers out here. Now, I'm not saying realistically, always religious wise, but like they just gotta have a plan within under 2 years or so. I don't even really want to get them 3 years and
girl,
not
if you
more
don't
than one
stop talking
kid.
about 2 and 3 years, you better you need the 6 month fast track
Oh,
NapahShadah
6 months.
plan. Okay. We go
Right.
checklist. Okay, we come right in with the checklist. Okay. So you and I are on the same page. Got it. Yeah, I respect you. You're black power. Okay. All right, great. No diseases. All right. You have children. Well, wait a minute. Are you taking care of them? Great. Okay, check. Okay, well, you know what? Time for phase two. And then what's phase two?
Right. Because his
Like,
kids was grown. Yes,
girl,
except for one, what he tried to throw in the 7 or 10 year old. Like he just threw that on me. And we had a bad argument about that.
what do
And
you
I'm
mean?
like,
What do you mean?
he had a kid out of nowhere that I didn't know about. He tried to sneak that in there. You know how like somebody start having conversations, and I'm like, wait a minute, hell, I don't remember if you told me you had another kid, because I know he got a 19 and a 21-year-old or whatever. I guess one was in beauty school for hair and nails and stuff like that, and the other one was just in regular college in Indiana. But like, I'm like, where's this 7 year? I'm like, he sounded like he had a break baby on the last lady he was with. He didn't never like marry her neither. I was like, nah, I don't want to be one of those forever fiancés or your forever baby mama. And to each their own. Some people don't want to get married, and they claim the birth weight is low. I don't know if I believe that part. I'm not sure, but
Well,
like
life.
I'm not so quick to
Go ahead.
just do all what they say, because I kind of have my own man, whether they want to call it feminist or womanist,
You need
whatever.
to talk. I need to take you on the side and talk to you. I I'm gonna become. I'm gonna, y'all. I'm gonna start being like a matchmaker.
Yeah, and I'm pretty fair. Like I'm fair, long as they respect my ideas and mine too. Cause he said I could just work from home or go to school. I really didn't have to work. That was the one great thing.
Where is he right now? What happened? Is he still? Can you catch
I
up with
tried
him?
to go back and work it out and everything. It's like he didn't. I guess he's saying like I didn't believe, like follow him enough or listen to him. But I'm like, no, it's like you won't listen to me. And then he tried to get upset. And I told him one thing that I just didn't want to change about myself is having my own mindset, my intelligence, and me not stop traveling, because that's just a part of me. I
Fire.
don't know if you like the way I talk.
You travel. Wait. Let me just say quickly. Shalom, True Justice. Follow Mr. Butaz, Dark Chameleon. I saw Mumu. Somebody else was in here. Muhammad in the comments. Peace to
Mhm.
you all. Now, sis, RL, peace. Kemetic Hebrew. I think that's everybody for now. Sis,
Mhm.
you were gonna travel by yourself.
I usually do travel by myself. Like,
I mean, when you were in
like
the
sometimes I meet
relationship,
my friends.
though. When you were in the relationship, you were like, I gotta go.
Oh, not like that. Like I still like to travel, like, state to state or to different countries. And he's one of those people that rarely or don't travel. And then like how he was raised, saying that his parents didn't have a lot and all this and that. But I think they managed to really still be educated. Him too. But he's just like one of them people that really don't want to open his mind and do a lot of stuff, but just work or run his business and just kind of be cheap. That's another thing. I'm like, oh no, I'm not with that type of
Be
fitness life.
super gorgeous because you sound like I know sisters like you. You sound like you. I'm gonna talk to you offline. I'm gonna give you my. This is the
Okay.
thing. Um, Sometimes I never want you to settle. We do
Hmm.
not settle, but we have to take into perspective how a person really feels about us and how a person
Hmm.
respects. And then everything falls into place. Like if he's boring, you love to travel. Are you a Gemini?
Yes, basically, he's boring. I
Girl,
don't know how you guess.
child, let me tell you, you need to talk to me. You
Right.
better stop throwing these good away. Like, oh, well, he's boring and he works too much. Next.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're
listen,
right. I don't
you,
even know if it was that. He just was closed minded. Like that's a big turnoff. I do like if I've ever was blessed to get a RZA or a Malcolm X, RZA Islam, like those type of masculine men, or
right.
a plain guy that's considerate or with a good heart. That's cool too.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, wait a minute. You said Riza Islam. You want a brother like you want an activist.
Yeah, I like those too. Yeah, if that's impossible, somebody that love the people and
We got a
love
whole
black
chat full of this. We got a whole chat full of Black Power
people.
activists. Y'all hear that? This
Right.
sister is, and you know what? I'm joking around, but you have to be able to. You know what? Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Um, you'll have your whole list, especially being a Gemini.
Mhm.
You have your whole list
Right.
set. Oh, I need this, I need that. But then the right person will come along and he'll be
Hmm.
everything that's not on the list. But if he's the first thing, he'll
Right.
respect, he'll adore you and honor you.
Right.
And he'll be honest and loyal. And everything else, nothing really, everything else falls into place
Mhm.
behind that. So, um,
Yeah, he don't have to be perfect, as long as he's not from the chitlin circus of like
girl, you are
YouTube.
hilarious as ever. I love you.
Yes, that red pill or that Tariq to freak or that JB person, that J, like, nah, they can't follow them. because they like to bash. I'm just gonna keep it 100. They like to bash us.
We don't do that. We
Right.
don't do
And I
brothers.
know we're not perfect, right? And I know that we need work too, but I'm like, I can't deal with those types or with that mindset.
No,
Or
me either.
they got issues with their mom or too many
Oh
with
yeah,
black. Like,
yeah.
I had my issues in the past with guys or certain things, but that was years ago, and I've healed and had that type of self love and therapy and stuff like that. Talking to my friends and stuff like that.
Right.
Like I'm at peace. It's a lot of things that like I'm just disappointed in that if I speak my mind on it or if I watch certain YouTubers or read and stuff like that, I might. But yeah, it's just I'm real meticulous now. Like I just don't want a boyfriend. I kind of really want a husband.
Oh, you need
Like
a
I kind
husband.
of want to skip that. I want to.
No boyfriends. We don't do this is a no boyfriend zone. We don't do boyfriends over here on this channel because sisters and brothers, we're not children. There's no boys and there's no girls. We don't have boyfriends
Mm-hmm.
and girlfriends. We're grown men and women, and we want
Right.
long lasting, ideally eternal relationships that
Mm-hmm.
are that last a lifetime, and we can build on them. And you know what? You are very picky, and I don't listen. That's okay. But
Right.
I want you to walk away and say, at the end of the day, if he adores me and
Mm-hmm.
honors me, that means that goes a long way. Now you don't want
Yeah.
some weirdo. I'm not saying adore like, can I can I please have some of the hair off of your head? No, not that. But if he just thinks you're the bee's knees, he might be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I like how
You
picky
gotta
you
love me way more than I love. Like that's the only way it work. If they love you way more than you love them, like you still can love them, but like they have to really like a Russell and a Sierra. I know it's rare, but like he have to be so gone head over heels with you, or
Oh
like a
wow.
Will Smith. Like they
I
not perfect, but and I know they Hollywood people, but I'm just using them as an
what
example.
you say about Will who?
Will Smith, like no matter what she did, he still was in love with her dirty draws,
Girl,
basically.
that's not what I saw. Ooh, Lord, that is
Right.
not what
I'm assuming they had an open marriage and like
mm,
people talk bad about it, but I'm like, it depends on what type of conversations. Cause I'm not mad at Monique and her husband either. Because they seem like they happy. She had them with both marriages. She said she was married 3 times. So,
let's go back to my take on Will and Jada.
mhm.
I think Jada, Will had her unlock, and he was like, I'm the man of the house. Yeah, you know what? You can have an open marriage with me because I want to do my thing. And I think
Mhm.
Jada was like, well, damn, I really am into Will, but he's not paying attention to me. I guess I'll just be with Alcina, my son's sick,
Wrong.
terminally ill friend. Like, think about it. People were bashing her, like, how could she? But she was so desperate. She was a beautiful, successful woman. And that's all she
Mm.
did was get with her son's sick friend. That was a sign to me that she was like,
I was looking
well,
for
Will.
attention and wanted a new thrill and
And
something young.
Will was like, go on, I'm a superhero. You go do you. And then Will, that's why Will said, oh hell no, you're not gonna make me look stupid up in here. We're doing the red table, and guess who's gonna be on the spot? You are. And she got her butt on that red table, and she
And
got
explain
herself
the
all
question.
cuddled up with her knees up, and she's like, well, I got an entanglement. And he's like, mm-hmm. Because I was through with you. You see how he was talking to her? And she was like, for me, I felt the power. I was like, damn, he's the man of his house. But other people were like,
Yeah, he said that a long time ago that he had to hit her with a little piece of paper and let her know that he was the man and stuff like that. And
yeah.
also, he said he didn't A-OK for that relationship. That's what he said. That's what he
He did.
claimed.
No, he said he did okay it. He said, I told her, he said, remember, I was done with you. I told you, you go do whatever you want. I love that he was, I felt like he was, I mean, we are just dialoguing. You have a different perspective than I do. But for me, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this is the man. And she was like, so pathetic. Even he took it to where
He said he
he
was
said,
gonna get her back too. He was like, I'm gonna get you back. Something like that. Cause
he was
like
doing
I don't
that.
know, he said you hurt me. Something
You
like
know what?
that.
So he did that to her. I could see straight through it. He told her, I'm the man, you're not the boss. And the way he loves her, though, I love how he said, what did he say about the relationship? He said, for better or for worse, and this is the worst. I think he said
Oh,
something like
like
that.
for the bad boys, for life thing. We
Yes,
ride
he said
together.
he
It's
said for
something.
the right. He said he was like, this is the worst. Basically, like we're gonna. I love that how he said this is gonna be forever, and I don't care. And that's what kind of marriage I want. I wanted if it's the
Hmm.
worst, we're gonna stay together and work it out. We're just gonna keep evolving. Getting back to the thought about the alchemy, even in relationships.
Yes, because
If
it's
you
hard.
already
It's not a lot out here. It's like the good, bad, or ugly. Maybe if you positioned in a certain area or a certain country or certain bracket of income, sometimes you might get a little bit better. And I don't know, it could be within religion too, though. Sometimes that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm
well, yeah,
wrong.
I don't even think they're not they're not Scientologists or anything. They dabbled.
Hmm.
I really
Like, but
like
I think when you in a certain bracket or look a certain way or something like that too, maybe it depends. But
yeah.
like maybe something more feminine. But like I can't kind of listen to a lot of these men out here that's young in the streets or online, the desperate dusties.
Oh
Like they
yeah, I
always talking
know.
about femininity. I'm like, no, you have to build like, and I haven't like, it's not every other man, but half of them is not talking about building. So it's like you're not old femininity. Like maybe back in the 50s and 60s when our families were strong, maybe 70s.
Wait,
Like, but
wait.
if
Did
you
you say
building,
femininity? What about
yeah.
femininity?
Like they
Uh,
always complaining about that. And I'm like, sometimes black women feel like we have to save ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why we're so
it's not a
strong,
feel,
and our femininity is
sweetheart.
different from
Sis,
white femininity.
excuse me. It's not a feeling. We do have to save ourselves quite often, unfortunately.
Yes,
But go on. Go
yes,
on.
and we kind of get tired. Like that's tiring. Like it's fine to have my uncles or grandfather or your stepdad or something like that. Like I do appreciate the random protection sometimes too. But it's like a lot. Like I keep hearing that same circle jerk argument. Like, well, you want us to protect you when you're weak, and you should just want to protect us
Wow.
automatically. I get it if she disrespecting you, like as far as like hating men or something like that. That's different. I get that. But like it should be a thing in every culture. Like they women are protected no matter what they are, no matter what they doing, they're gonna protect them regardless. Like the
Now, why do
Asian
you
men,
think
the
so?
German. Hmm.
Do you think that, sis, do you think that has to do with the programming from slavery?
Yes, I believe like the deep doctrine of Willie Lynch, whether if it wasn't a letter or not, or a program, like or the old against the young, or just slavery. I either one. Whether they want to call it not true or whatever they want to say, but it's like it's the mental and the mindset, and it still take place on both sides. With the swirlings, with the red pill, like just etc. Like the old against the young, the new and the old. Yeah, the teachings, because like I can get with some new people in their teachings or new pro-blacks and like, but I follow a lot of original stuff. But then if it's been somewhat debunked or something that's not true, then I'll go back and look it over myself. Yeah, that's true though. That's it's a
Go
and
on.
I give some people that's young a chance too. But I try my best not to have that womanist or feminist mindset. I don't have nothing against that. Some stuff I can agree with them on too, because like the pay and the not to be harassed, etc. And I know like we really didn't join that movement, but it's like I think the younger they are now, like some of them have, like they take on ideology more, you know. But to each their own if they want to do that. But like I don't strongly follow that. We probably had a natural undertones of that, like you said, like because we have to fight by ourselves. Like I do recognize like you have to protect yourself anyway. But it's nothing like a man or masculine man or your husband or father protecting you,
Right. There's
because that's
nothing.
the first line of defense. Hmm.
I completely agree. There's nothing. I can't turn my camera on. My camera won't come on for some reason.
Oh, your
Oh
camera
well.
was just on.
No, it's not.
Oh, it was just on right there. Wait. Okay, there you go. It's like clicking on and off. Oh, he said it was bad marriage for life. Yeah, because it's for better or worse, though. That's very true. That's what I said. Like, a lot of people is just getting divorced over quarantine, but I'm like, what are you gonna do out here? Like, it's nothing wrong with being single if you was in a really bad marriage, I guess, or a toxic. It depends. But like, if it's just the ups and downs that you could try to fix, it's not too bad. Uh-oh, I'm just on here now. I don't know where you went. Uh-oh, I think she'll be back, guys. Bad marriage for life. Oh, Kemet Hebrew. Yeah, that's what they said. Thank you.
Somebody's
Ebony.
trying.
Oh, there you go.
Somebody was trying to come in, but I guess they're not there. Yes, bad. So I was listening to you. You have a, I'm glad you joined the panel because you have a lot family. The sister is making a lot of good points, and even if we don't agree with her, she has,
Right.
you know,
I might be wrong in some areas, like, my own thing.
no, I've heard that argument before. What you said, though.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because I
agree.
try to give, like, I try to get everybody perspective to not say that they wrong. It just depends on what it is, if it can be debunked or something that's, that what's true or not. And I don't
Right.
always want to disagree with somebody just cause, like, I just think like all our points or opinions are important. I guess, long as it's not super negative or super, like super bad or toxic or something like that.
No, right, right.
It can go on both ends, but like, it's a hand picked. It's like, I don't want to say, but like, I be trying, and then I give myself a break for a long time because I'm like
You,
at peace. Like, if I probably would have had a kid, I already been married or before, I probably wouldn't have got married again because I'm like one of those loners. Like, as a Gemini person, like, I love being around my family and close friends. And I like to meet like-minded people. We don't have to think the same stuff, but like, just have open dialogue or open mind. But like, that's just how I am. Like, it's, if I wouldn't want to do it all over again because I think it's something sacred. I know, like, people might still think it's corny,
you
but I
mean
think
marriage?
marriage is.
You mean marriage?
Yeah. Because I think it's also a business too. Like, some men or certain black men, brothers, don't see it like that. And like, they don't, it's like for building, maybe you want to have generational wealth. It might take a long time or a while, but they
I
don't.
think that you need to really give some brothers. There are brothers who think just. There's a brother out there who think, excuse me, who thinks just like you. Peace, Indigenous
Mhm.
Black Man, and Joyce Scales and Proverb Nation. There are brothers. There are a lot of brothers who think like you.
Mhm.
No, stop. That did not sound convincing. That you got to be like, I think so, sis. You didn't sound like you convinced, sis. There are brothers out there. There's a brother out there right now who is thinking exactly like you think.
Right, that's true too. Yeah, it's a few, but it's like rare because it's like a whole bunch of young guys trying to talk to me, and I'm like, no, I can't mother nobody or take care of them.
Okay, sis.
When you weak or fall, I'll help you or make up.
Right, and
But
you know
I'm
what?
old school, right? I know some people don't see the gender thing, and I know, like, brothers are locked out of certain markets, and I recognize like what they do, and white supremacy, and like, I get the different levels, but some of them don't want to compromise. Like, I'm a very compromising person or a fair person, but a lot of people, they just want to take over and control. Like, I recognize their natural nature, but like, they really have to be the man or really boss, like a boss says man, to really take control.
Oh,
Or
you
just
like that?
be laid back. Like, if he gonna be a regular guy, if they want to call him a plain guy, or a lame or something, like the cool ones, not the incel types.
You got the lingo down, sis. Down.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night, Bonita. Sis, I want you to join me on my Sister Sit Down or come back on the panel again. I really
Okay.
enjoy talking to you. You know what? I like that you got that Gemini communication spirit. Who she is
Yeah.
she's
They
you're good.
call us crazy.
You know
Like,
what
'cause
though? Huh?
right. I
Go
try to get to know different people until they show me different, but like I don't mind being open to some people,
right.
like or different perspectives. Like I get it like if people have a certain stance on different things or what they follow, but I just like to have different dialogue. I said I'm gonna stop debating people and
Oh,
other
you debate
people.
people, huh?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm probably a little rowdy or a little ratchet for that part. Just a little bit of certain
No, no,
white
you know what
supremacists on
though?
this
There
platform.
what do you debate? What platforms? Now let me find out.
Just like different platforms or different pro-black platforms or random people's platforms too.
We're
Like
listening.
neutral platforms.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Sometimes like I probably need to put them in order though. Yeah.
Who do you
Just
be
a
going
little bit.
to? You go in the manosphere and be cutting heads off?
So I used to do that to certain people platforms, not all of them. Like 2 or 3 other guys wanted to debate me. I'm like, no, you have to pay me to debate me because they'll use you for clout and for views and stuff like that.
You are too
The man,
much.
it's
Okay.
probably only a small amount of them that got sense. The rest, no, they don't want to get off the hang up about black women, So I can't deal with them, and half of them don't like they date out or something or want to date everybody. I'm like, no thanks. I don't even really want a man that date different non-black women because I don't think they for me. I can't always been like that in life. If I dealt with a few that have, but like I truly like men or black men that only date black women because I'm not in a competition with them. Like I'm aware that you should keep yourself up some or work out because I have to get back on that because I flacked on that very bad.
Because of COVID?
Keeping yourself up. Hmm.
Is it because of COVID?
Oh, a little bit because of COVID, but like I just changed up my whole style, like wearing different hairstyles, like exercising more. Yeah, because I have been in the house or at my family's house, or we might do random road trips and stuff like that. But I've been actually, it's not natural. Y'all probably ain't gonna like it. I've been using like a lot of bleach wipes and soap and water, and I add a little bleach to stuff.
Hold
And
on. Bleach on what?
uh like when I bring my stuff in from the store, like just what I
Oh,
use is
I
soap
thought you
and
meant
water.
like your body. No,
Oh
nothing
no
from.
no 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 no! And I soak my vegetables and I'm probably OCD like Naomi
In
Campbell, so
bleach?
she do the same stuff, huh?
In bleach?
No, not in bleach. No, I just use like a little bit of soap or water and I scrub my vegetables, and I use like a tap of ammonia in my clothes. Like I've been doing that before COVID, so like I haven't got that. I was blessed because like it's certain people in my family caught that. And I kind of got mad at my little sister. She didn't tell me she had that because like her boyfriend had, and I started putting it together. Like I think your son had it. I don't know if my baby niece, like they recovered well, but I know it's different for different people, and people had the side effects and the after effects of it too. I just made sure like I constantly wash my hands. I keep sanitized. I bought like I went to Dollar Tree and loaded up on this soap. I got 3 big things of bleach. Like I
Girl.
just start spraying and cleaning, and I'm probably a little funny. I just wear gloves while I'm in the grocery store or something like that. But I won't touch my vegetables with it or my phone because I just wipe down my electronics 2 or 3 times a day when I come in. I'm like real cautious with that, like, and don't touch stuff on a public, like transportation and stuff like that, or the doors. Yeah, like
Well,
I'm real cautious and I don't have too much company or none. My family is probably the same way. They clean. I clean even like when I go out to eat or dine, I wipe down all the stuff that they give me and
now
I just
see,
wear like a shield.
you
Yeah, it's
wear a
probably like
shield,
a little too
you wear
much.
that face, you wear that face guard, that
Yeah,
plastic.
I got 2 different kinds and all type of
Girl.
masks. Yes, I won't
Now,
have to wear the mask all the time.
okay, so now see this family.
Mhm.
You just got the rundown on how to be COVID proof. And with
Yes.
that said, sis, people are tuning out. It's probably late for you. But look,
Mhm.
no, this sister is not playing with COVID. She's got the bleach. The
I'm probably weird. And when I
so
travel, I wipe down everything, like my
you're
whole surroundings.
you're just extra cautious, and you know what? I can appreciate that. Thank you so much for showing me love, KK, and jumping on. And I love you. You were a real pleasure.
Me too.
You brought a great energy to the panel, and you had the thank you to everyone who stayed with us. It's very late where you
Yes,
all
ma'am.
are, KK and the other family. So I say much love, peace. We'll do this again. I don't want everybody to be falling asleep, but you
Oh,
could go
okay.
and go and go.
'Cause I
Next
still
time,
was
jump.
up.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
cause see, I'm still energized now. You had woke me up.
This, and you know what though? You're the Gemini. You'll get right back into your cool mode in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're a May Gemini or you're a June Gemini? You're a June
I'm
Gemini.
a June Gemini and I get along with the ones in the May sometimes more. Like I
No, no.
have like a best friend or two. That's one, yeah.
The May Geminis are a little bit more mellow than the June Gemini, a little
I
bit.
think they is. That's true.
But
I
they
love
vibe off of us. They really like the buzziness of us, and they like, yeah, yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. And we like, okay, this is what
yeah,
we're gonna do. We're
yeah,
gonna watch this movie, and then we're gonna go mountain climbing, and then we're
yeah.
going to
That's
go
fun.
see the world, huh?
I said that'll be fun. Like I need friends like that that like doing stuff like that. I only got a handful of them that do that. It's not many. Like a skydiving and stuff like that. That's probably a
Well, let
little
me tell
more.
you, whether he's African or or Black American, ADOS, the thing is and I'm gonna leave you with this. We'll talk more.
Mhm.
Take my email off
Oh
of my
yeah, I'm
chat.
gonna have to do that.
And
Yeah.
what I'll say this is you need somebody that's going to be compatible with you.
Mhm.
Fire signs are a lot of fun and passion, but they can bring that crazy side out of you where you said your mouth, but
Yeah, Scorpios do like the
oh, well, that's
males.
a water sign. That's a water sign. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
okay, we'll go on and on and on. I got to close this down. I want to say much love. Thank you, sis. To KK, thank you. I'm going to go through the list like I always like to do. And I
Okay,
want
yeah, and I'm gonna give you my email too.
to do that. Put it in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
So you could go ahead and click, go on out, sis. See
Hmm.
yourself out. I think it says leave stream or something. But definitely stay in touch with me because you're going to be on my next stream, hopefully. And definitely, I keep on saying I need sisters to really not be shy and come onto the sister sit down.
Okay, cool, no problem.
All right, sweetheart. Peace and black power, and have sweet dreams if you're gonna go to sleep.
You too, peace too. Thank you so much,
Okay,
beautiful.
peace. All right, thank you, sweetie. Okay, let me go ahead and say good night to everyone that has stayed with us. She was a real treat. I like her. I like her energy. Excuse me, her energy. Ooh, I breathed in some breathed in some Okay, so RL Blue Boy Josiah Guerrera, Alkaline Universe. My sisters Bonita, RL, Jay Cooley, thank you. Who else? True Justice, my sister Joy Scales, Sleep Well Sis, and Comedic Hebrew. Who else is in here? Indigenous Black Man, peace, brother. Alkaline Universe, I think I said good night to you. AI Page, peace, peace, RL. Angel Dorsey was in here. Peace to you, sis. Ebony Knowledge, follow Mr. Butaz. And Rastaman, peace. I think that's everybody. This ain't that network. Ascent to Phoenix. Sonnetter. Shout out to Sonnetter, a very special shout out to Sonnetter. Peace and black power, black love. Muhammad in the comments. Who else? Moo. I think that's everybody. Everybody else, I think I already shouted you out earlier. Josiah Guerrera, Dark Chameleon. Is that everybody, y'all? You guys had me confused earlier. I think that's everyone. Ebony Knowledge. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, uh-oh. Now you know. Come on, Nepal. All right, so another stream. We started out talking, and we're wrapping it up. You know, we're talking about our best selves. And then maybe the next one I do, I'll talk about relationships or not. Who knows? I want to say thank you to the family. Much love to you for always tuning in. And I can't tell you enough how much I have so much gratitude, appreciation, and so much love for you, for your support. And, you know, that's it. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. All the words of kindness and peace. Oh, divine prospect. That brother was in here too. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Anything else before I go? Dang, I breathed in saliva. Oh, God. No, just kidding. KK, oh, KK, of course. Thank you for joining the panel once again. Jason Hunter Sr., Michael Postel. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. Y'all know that old song? You're like, no, please don't sing Nepah. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm just kidding. Y'all know that song? Good night, sweetheart. Yeah, but it's not nighttime. It's morning where you are. Mods and chat. Yes, okay. So I'm going to close down the stream. It's almost exactly 2 hours. Much love to everyone who's up this late, showing me love, just participating. All the night owls, all the sleepyheads. Yeah. Until next time, I love you too. You don't love me more than I love you. Peace and Black power. Peace and Black power. Peace and love. Harmony with all creation. And let's elevate to our highest selves. When we feel ourselves feeling, you know, carnal or low vibrational, petty, because we all get petty. Everybody gets petty sometimes. Snap out of it and say, okay, I'm not going to let that affect me. I want to vibrate higher. Okay? All right. Peace. 3 Men and a Little Lady. Okay, is that song? I'm going to end it now. I can never, you know what? It's so hard for me to end the stream. I got a song. You know the song by Boyz II Men? But it's really from Cooley High. Y'all know the song. How do I say goodbye? I can't even sing it right now because my voice is sleepy. No, don't go. I know. It's so, I don't really want to go. Go rest your neck. Is my neck seeming a little? I do need to rest my neck, Blue Boy. That's real. You don't understand. That's where I hold all my tension in my shoulders and my neck right here. And then that's another thing we can talk about. You guys, if you need, by the way, if you need anything, want to talk about anything about health, ladies and especially sisters especially, you know, I am a real doula, not just for birthing, not just a transition doula, but just about holistic self. And even if you're a married couple and you actually need, I know I'm online and I'm always like, but I really, really can help you if you want to reach out. And, you know, the first few times, you know, I just work with people pro bono most of the time. And if you feel like, you know, I really, you know, with me, this is the thing about me with my profession. I don't like being like, okay, this is what you're going to pay me. And I have to go with the flow of the person. So yeah, reach out and let's just build. That's all I want to do with my family. And what KK say, the bartering system is always, I'm always down for that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be like, run me my bag. Run those donations. Who knows that? Who looks at Linen Honor? Shout out to Linen Honor. Run them donations. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Run them donations, babe. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name. Linen Honor is on his neck, though. Health and trauma. Alkaline Universe, next time I do a stream, you jump on, okay? Brother or sister, whoever you are. All right, Linen Honor, yes, that's what it is. All right, I'm really going to tune out now. It's 2 2 hours exactly. Much love to the family. Would you like to help me Saturday on Darwin Malthus? Oh, Malthusian. Okay, Darwin. That is the predecessor of Darwin, right? Malthus, right? And Sanger. Oh, Indigenous Black man. Duh. I didn't see the name. I'm a little sleepy too, y'all. Oh, okay. Indigenous. I don't know about unbiased sports, but maybe you can do a presentation either on my channel or even on Sonetter's channel. You know, I don't know if you want to do that. But oh, I wasn't looking at your name. Yes, definitely. I want to talk about Sanger. I would love to do a presentation on Sanger. Why don't you reach out to me, Indigenous Black man, and let's see if you and I can collaborate on a presentation on Margaret Sanger. But I don't have a problem tuning into Unbiased. I don't have anything against Unbiased Sports. I have, he's doing his thing. But why don't you reach out to me with my email? Thank you so. Oh my God, look who's in the chat, y'all. There she is right there, Sister Wise. Hey, sweetheart. We gotta, you know what? I need to talk to you, Queen. I'm gonna contact you by this weekend and talk to you about what you wanted to do. Because I mentioned it to Sonetter, but I didn't really like say, okay, she's ready, because I think he still thinks, the last time I talked to him, I was like, she's just laying low right now. But now you ready to get back out there? I want to see you do, I want to see you do a debate against one of those brothers if they will debate you. Any brother out there who wants to debate the sister, she's no joke, the Queen, Sister Wise, she is ready to take on any brother who has that manosphere philosophy, that's in the manosphere. She's ready to either do a sit-down discussion or a debate. So, sis, I'm going to get in touch with you about that, definitely. Peace, Silent K. Much love to you, Sister Wise. And Indigenous, I'm going to put my email in the chat. I was supposed to be out of here, but I'm glad I didn't leave because I got to see my Sister Wise, and my brother, Silent K. So, see? Okay, let me put Celibate Israel. Yeah, we need to get. And sis, I want you to do a sister sit down with me, Sister Wise. Celibate Israel at gmail.com. Indigenous. Email me. I think you already have my email address, but anyway, peace, everyone. She sure is. This is the I was gonna say I'm a little sleepy, but you know what I thought of? This is like, Rocky and Apollo. That's me and Sister Wise, y'all. Y'all know the story. Sister Wise. Y'all like that? You remember Rocky and Apollo, then they became like the best friends. But no, we're not gonna end up like Apollo. Okay? Just letting you know that. So anyway, much love to the family. I will talk to you soon. I would love to see her. The big black, Black Jesus. You would love to see her beat Black Jesus? He's not in the game anymore. He's not doing anything on the HOK, I don't think. But that, you didn't hear that from me. I just heard that out there in the YouTube streets. Yes. All right, y'all. Much love. Peace and Black power. Love you all. Love, love, love. Love you, sisters. Sister Wise, I'm so glad y'all are up too. I think Sonetter fell asleep because he's not in there anymore. But all right, y'all. I will see you again soon. Hopefully, everybody else. I know, right? No, Silent K. I don't think so, brother. That's just for me. Nobody said that. My observation. Get some rest tonight. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Oh, you are. You're by the wildfires? Well, I don't know what the air quality is like. So I guess the masks actually work for you, right, Muhammad, in the comments? Let me go ahead and let y'all go to sleep. But, when I say, when I say I love you guys, I do love you guys. Did I freeze? Ooh, and I froze on did I freeze, you guys? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, much love, Sonic K. Can you guys hear me though? Because I see my screen is like super frozen, looking goofy. Oh my God, I totally don't like that picture. Am I frozen? Okay, must just be on my end. Yes, good. Okay. All right. Peace and black power. Shalom. Hotep. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Okay, I'm ending it. End the stream. It doesn't want to end. Oh well. Guess it's just gonna go all night. There we go. Peace. End the stream.